A big key of that was learning early of handling water. So when we turn these wells on, they come on at great oil rates, but with them comes a lot of water. You have to be able to put that water away. And it's our intention to be, pushing 80,000 barrels of water disposal daily by year end.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Marshall Abbott. He is the CEO of Arrow Exploration. And Marshall, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm great, Steve. Good to be with you again.
Yeah, good to be with you also. And especially when you were reporting strong first quarter numbers, increase in revenue of 36% compared to the same period a year ago. So what's sort of been the keys behind this performance, Marshall?
Well, we've had some luck with the drill bit for sure, Steve, and we've also done it very efficiently and expeditiously. So drilling costs came down, oil prices were higher, production was certainly higher. We were in good shape, lots of money in the bank. We're protective of the balance sheet, and operationally, we've got momentum. So I think that really paid us well in the first quarter.
Yeah, talk to me a bit about the operational side of things. You mentioned things were going well there. And I know you had a number of developments in that first quarter.
Yeah, I think we had four wells down, two of them horizontal, and they all worked. So that's a very positive sign. As well, we completed our 100 square kilometer 3D seismic program at the south end of the block, and that's worth its weight in gold. We're very excited with what we see on the 3D seismic, but operationally, we're in great shape. We've got two rigs rolling now. One's drilling horizontals, one's drilling verticals at different pads. So there's quite a bit of infill and development drilling to do. We are covering the full spectrum of risk between infill development, step outs, developcats, and exploration. So we're feeling really good about our portfolio.
And is that sort of the next steps operationally for Arrow is just to continue drilling? Is that the idea moving forward over the next, 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah, so we've got a $50 million board approved budget, and that's going to have us drilling about 23 wells by year end. And again, covering the full spectrum of risk. So we'll still have reserve adds on the development side, reclassifications going from 2P to 1P to PDP. And the reserves are in great shape. The bank account's in great shape. We've got very committed staff who are doing a great job.
Yeah, it puts a company in a really unique position. A lot of companies have reported, struggles here, struggles there, but it seems like the work that happened last year and then led into this year has really put the company on a strong footing heading forward.
Yeah, we are deemed to be quite lucky working in the Llanos Basin in Colombia. It's very forgiving. Drilling is relatively straightforward all the way down to 10,000 feet. The prices are competitive compared to what we would experience anywhere else in the world, and specifically in Canada, our prices are probably cheaper. And I think we've demonstrated also to the market, not only in Colombia, but worldwide, that we're one of the more efficient, low-cost operators in the basin. A big key of that was learning early of handling water. So when we turn these wells on, they come on at great oil rates, but with them comes a lot of water. You have to be able to put that water away. And it's our intention to be, pushing 80,000 barrels of water disposal daily by year end.
Okay. We should also mention really quickly, there was another key thing in the quarter that caught my attention. That is you entered into this prepayment agreement with an energy company. Can you sort of talk me through that and why that was such an interesting move here in the first quarter?
Sure. So, being just little guys and being still successful with a very healthy balance sheet, it's very difficult to get reserve-based lending in Latin America. And so we're not quite at the size threshold that some of these banks would be garnering interest for us. So we went down the path of doing a prepay to really give us dry powder in looking at other opportunities. And what we're seeing in Colombia, specifically in the Llanos Basin, is some of the bigger players are decanting assets that would make a lot of sense for us to pursue and develop and exploit. And I think we've also proven ourselves that we're very efficient exploiters.
There you have it, Marshall. Good to see you again. Congratulations on the first quarter. I know it's a exciting day still ahead, and we appreciate your time.
Good to talk to you again. Thanks, Steve.
All right, Marshall Abbott, the CEO of Arrow Exploration.